Hello, hi. Okay, today is gonna be like a really close-up, whispery story time, basically, of my short and sweet concert experience. So I'm just gonna walk you through. I'm gonna talk a little bit about like my experience at the concert, who I went with, how I ended up going, where we were, outfits, just like all that little gossipy stuff. Like a little ramble about Sabrina Carpenter and like my experience at the short and sweet tour. So, but first I am going to cultivate a vibe with my incense tray. Kind of just to add some visual excitement, and also because I made green curry for dinner tonight and I want to kind of make it smell a little floral in here opposed to foodie. So this is my big case of 7 different incense scents that I got from World Market. We are an incense family. Okay, so this includes musk amber, patchouli, sandal, pine, rose, jasmine, and lotus. And they're each packaged in little like individual packages with like, this is lotus. We have they all have different art on them, so you can kind of see that. It's not super focused, but this is patchouli, which has vines on it. Sandalwood has some like elephants and a forest. Musk amber has a whale. Pandora's box situation, because now that I've taken it all out, it does not want to go back in. Swish. And this will be the first time we're burning any musk amber, so let's see if I can close this. It's not perfect, that'll do. And then just getting this onto its plate. It's kind of standing up, you can see. There we go. This one's a little lumpy, honestly, so it's hanging really low to the plate. Here, I'll show you. It's hanging really low to the plate today, which hopefully means less like incense dust and ash all over the place. It's hard lighting this while it's bouncing up and down. Is cultivated, or beginning to be cultivated. I also have my favorite blanket. Ooh, I hit the incense with my favorite blanket. Oh my gosh, I burned it a little bit. Ah, my favorite blanket's a little burned. Okay, but this is I think it's from the like burrito brand of those blankets. Like it's a circle. I don't think you can tell it's a circle, but it's a circle. And it is waffle print, and it is so soft. And I got it at a White Elephant at work like 2 years ago, and I use it every single day. So if you're looking for like something to bring to one of those, recommend one of these. Anyway, we're not here to discuss blankets. We're here to discuss Sabrina Carpenter. So I am one of the like new Sabrina Carpenter fans. Like I wasn't along for the ride back in the Disney days, so if you want to be upset about that, be upset. But I guess my rebuttal would be that she said that Emails I Can't Send and Short and Sweet were the first 2 albums. She felt like she really had creative control and got to like make a vision. So like I'm part of her like grown-up adulthood like creative vision fan base, not to excuse myself for my tardiness. But anyway, newish fan to Sabrina Carpenter. And I have 2 friends, who I went to the concert with. And these friends, I was like, I'm the connector friend of these 2 friends. Like, I don't think, they definitely have never hung out without me there. I don't even think they had each other's numbers before this. So, like, this was, like, they met each other, so it wasn't, like, super new to each other, but, like, they'd met, but, like, I was, like, the glue at the center of the Sabrina Carpenter concert. So that kind of objectively makes it so, like, I was the ticket hunter. I was in the trenches to get us to this concert. So I pulled these 2 friends together because I knew they both really like Sabrina. They'd both been like, I want to go see her concert with you. And I was like, okay, yes, join. So I bring these 2 friends together, and luckily they're both like in the same budget range. I think they gave me $200 to $250. I know concert tickets are crazy nowadays. So, but like everybody was on board of like how much they had budgeted for Sabrina Carpenter tickets. So yeah, I think it was $250 that everyone was like, that's my absolute top. And I think that was like including fees. So I'm in mind with $250. I was like, I want to get us good tickets. I want to get us a good view. And I feel like this is like hopefully an affordable amount of money to do that with, but you like never know. Cause like I also wanted to see Billie Eilish when she came to the Kia Forum, or comes to the Kia Forum. That hasn't happened yet, but I've already given up hope that I will be at that show. And like I was in general admission like when it opened, and I was like, I've spent a lot of money on concerts this year, but I'd love to see Billie, but maybe I can get some like $50 nosebleed tickets at the Forum. Absolutely not. Apparently the nosebleed tickets were like $250, and I was like, oh god, I would love to see this show, but it's not gonna happen, especially with all the other shows going on. So I went in a little nervous because they're both at the same, like they were both at the Kia Forum, although they're both at the Kia Forum, except for I think Sabrina does, or did, one night at the Kia Forum, or no, at the Crypto Arena, which I've never been to. So I was like, I hope I can get us at least tickets, I guess, based off of my, at that point, very recent Billie Eilish heartbreak. The window ticket sale is about to open. I'm at work, and I was like running a little late, and at this exact moment, one of my friends who I'm going to see Sabrina with also is like, I think I have a lead on bid tickets for Billie Eilish for $200. And I'm like, oh no, I can't do that. But for Billie Eilish, okay, I would of course do that. So I give her the like go ahead. And then she's like, I don't know if I'll go to Sabrina if we get these tickets, but like I'm about to buy the tickets, so it's like she doesn't know if she'll go to Sabrina if she gets these tickets. And I was like, well, it's Sabrina, we're gonna be able to resell. So, and I'm going to Sabrina no matter what. So I'm gonna just get you a ticket. And if you decide to do Billy over Sabrina, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So I'm also like fighting off a cold right now, so if I sound weird, that's why. Anyway, so the time is approaching. I'm like, for some reason, in the kitchen at work. I don't know why I was there when I should have been like buckled in, but I'm trying to figure out where to buy these Sabrina Carpenter tickets because I did not realize that, because I'm trying to get in crypto at that point, and I didn't realize that they do their tickets on like, is it like AXS or Ajax or something, like some other, like not Ticketmaster. And I was like, oh, okay. So I pop in line for this not Ticketmaster. I'm super behind in line. Ticket sales open. I'm like super far back. It's not loading. I was like, oh no, oh no, oh no. So I'm like scrambling back to my laptop, and I get back to my laptop and I like hop on Ticketmaster like minutes before. Like it's like the like pre-line you get in is happening, but it's like that actual sale is happening. So I sprint in and I like hop on my laptop and I'm like, I'll get another line, and I get in one of the Ticketmaster days for what at that time was supposed to be the last show on tour. So I'm in line for the cryptocurrency, the crypto arena, and for the Ticketmaster one at Kia Forum. At the same time, phone, laptop, just like up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And ticket sales like actually open, and I end up like 400th or something in line on Ticketmaster, which is the one I joined later. And I was like, seems unfair to, I'm sure, the billions of people who are in front of me, but I can't prove that, so I will take being 400th in line. So I get in on Ticketmaster instantly. The crypto arena one still loading, still buffering, like it's not letting me in. And I was like, okay, and I just like immediately I'm just like scanning like what's under like 2 like 10-ish, like what's under like that number, so that the fees won't make it super duper over. And I see that the pit on the final night of the short and sweet tour in the US is $150 before fees. And I was like, that's not real, but I'm looking at it, I'm on Ticketmaster, so it has to be real. I genuinely lost my mind getting those tickets at that rate, because I was like, I felt like I think I posted it on my story, because like I felt like this is why men on dating apps are always holding a fish, because I was like, this is my fish, this is my hunt. I have gathered for my tribe, and we are going to be in the pit at this Sabrina Carpenter concert. It was awesome. And then one thing that I was really excited about was that it was the last night of tour. And this is exactly what happened to me with Taylor Swift, is I always get tickets for last night of tour, because I'm like, that's gonna be so cool. And then of course everybody also gets tickets, and then they're like, oh no, LA, you want more shows? Here you go, here are more shows, LA, we love you, LA. Which we love getting more shows in LA. But then it's like, I already bought my tickets and I wanted to be last night of show, but you add after, so now I'm no longer last night of show. And that's just a general beef with more than just Sabrina. But like, still, big tickets, less than $200 a person with fees, like, this is awesome. So that's like months ago at this point, and we're like riding the wave for months, getting really excited. And then my friend comes up with the idea for matching costumes for the two of us, and it is, I have the piece de resistance, the most important piece of it here, but it was, we would be like two little like chefs, like in a cute chef outfit, with like aprons that say Moanin' and Bitchin', to be like, I'm still in the kitchen serving up some Moanin' and Bitchin'. So that's what we served up that day. I'll show you. I have my apron. So made these the night before the concert, and this is like the full view of the apron. I hope you can see it. Yeah, I think you can see it. And so I was moaning, which we bedazzled little like gems. We got little gems. I don't want to light this on fire like I lit my blanket on fire. But we got little gems. And Michael's like in a strip, and then we just hot glued these on, and they stayed so well. And then we also did the bands at the top to give it a little extra bling, because you gotta have some bling. And my friend so badly was like, we're gonna be the Juno, we're gonna be the Juno, we're gonna be the Juno. But unfortunately it's LA and it's always gonna be a famous person. But we still served up our moaning and bitching that night, and we looked awesome. We had I was in a baby blue dress, and she was in a matching one, but in white. And then we both had white booties on, and what else? Lots of blush and glitter and bows. It was great. Great outfits. We looked so cute and had such a fun little photo shoot before the show, so loved that. So yeah, Lindsay, I'm gonna say her name, Lindsay and I, we made these aprons the night before the concert. We went on, the Friday before the concert, because we went on Sunday. So we made our aprons on Friday, and then I went over to her place and we got dressed, and then we took a bunch of photos. Her roommate Kat was there. Her roommate and our dear friend Kat was there, and basically prom mommed for us and took a bunch of photos. We took a serious one standing up on some steps, and then a bunch of cute ones. We brought out a pan and a whisk, and did little cooking props. They're so freaking cute. We looked so adorable. And then everything went really smooth. Day of the concert, we did photos there. Then we swoop Gina, the second person who was coming to the concert, pick her up, and then we move, and then we head down to the Kia Forum. So we had decided to book parking 10-minute walk away from the Kia Forum, which was $10 or $20 to park, and it's $50 to park at the Forum. But at the time I was yeah, let's do it, let's save the cash, and it is still fundamentally probably the better thing, because I was I've been budgeting recently. I made a budgeting spreadsheet, and it was literally within cents of going over budget by the end of November. So this was overall the correct choice to make. But it is I did at the end of the night wish we had just parked there, because because of my own problems, because I trapped myself. And we were leaving the car. We park at this place that's a 10-minute walk away, easy to park, cheap. It's actually great. But we get out of the car, and I'm okay, what's everybody doing footwear wise? What are we all wearing? And everyone's oh, my feet got a good break in the car. I think I'm gonna wear my cute booties. I should not have worn my cute booties. This is a life lesson that I have learned, and it is that I have hyper flexible feet, and my arches will collapse, and I have done acupuncture to get my feet stronger, and I have done workouts to get my feet stronger, but at the end of the day, I am not built to wear cute, hard-soled shoes with no extra support at a concert, especially not when we are in the pit. But it was my first time in the pit, and I was a fool. So I make the choice to wear the adorable shoes, and I look so good. And we start walking towards the venue, and we get to the crosswalk going over the Kia Forum. I'm already feeling my feet, and I am regretting it. And this is all happening at 5 p.m. So we're crossing towards the venue. My feet already hurt, and I'm you will be brave, you will be strong, you'll make it through this. We're parting through the sea of people selling all that bootleg merch, which, as a note, I don't understand bootleg merch. Like, I just started going to concerts recently, so like I don't really get the lore, but I'm always like, how is, like, it's exactly this t-shirt, but it is for $20, and I'm like, where did you get this for $20? Because Sabrina is selling it for $50, and I of course buy it from Sabrina, but I'm like, do I have to? Like, that looks like the same shirt. Sometimes they have like cuter stuff too. No offense, I've never bought it, but I'm just like, what is actually the vibe when it comes to the bootleg merch? Because it kind of seems like a good deal, but maybe it sucks, and maybe it's like made of poison. I don't know. Someone let me know. Anyway, so I don't buy a potentially even evil poison cheap t-shirt outside the venue, and we go through a bag check, and we get up onto like the terrace, and I guess it's the wrong bag check, so they like won't let us go in to where we need to go, and they like tell us to go, like, we like entered like A, and like we needed to be at C, so we have to like exit the zone, and I have, I'll show you. I brought this purse. Yeah, you can get a little ASMR in this ASMR video. So this is the purse that I brought, and it is so cute. I got it at like a going on a business sale from Charlie and Charlie's. It's like my go-to little catch, and it's small enough that you can bring it into concerts. So it's like, I do love it. It's really cute. It is like, you can see like the side flap is like poking out because it is like so hard to close correctly. I have to like make sure everything's like shoved in, and then get it. It's kind of an ordeal, but anyway. So this is the purse I bring, and it sets off the metal detector every time you go through it, which is something I did not think about beforehand. So I set off a metal detector twice and have to go through like special review twice. But basically, like, we enter, we're right next to a merch booth. Merch booth isn't that bad, so we immediately pop in line. We go shopping. So this is the funny story. Is my friend Gina was, as we walk up, she's like, I don't like merch with the faces on it. Like, I like merch that's more like art and not just like the artist's big face on there, whatever. Which I was like, I like the big classic tour t-shirt, but like, you do you. We all have our own. We all have our own tastes. But Gina's like adamant, she doesn't like the faces. And then we get up there and she's looking at the merch. And this, I would say, is the faciest t-shirt. Like, it has the largest proportion of Sabrina's face on it is this t-shirt. And after much deliberation, she gets the faciest t-shirt after pitching a whole fit about how she doesn't like faces on t-shirts. And it's a gorgeous shirt, and we love it. And I was just like, the faciest shirt? You get the faciest shirt? So we laughed, we spent money, it was awesome. I'm like looking at other stuff and then like putting it in my spreadsheet, and I was like, no, I think it's just this one tonight. So we get this, so we get the merch, and then we start heading towards the line to go into GA for the pits. We get like wristbands that are like, you know, like paper ones that get thrown out at the end. But we grab our wristbands and we get in this big long line, and then I was like, it's getting to like probably like 6 o'clock at that point, and I'm like, we like end up, the line ends up right near like the food snack kiosk thing, and I'm like, okay, I've recently had my first Celsius, and I knew it was a mistake to have a Celsius because now I'm gonna be there. It's like clawed its way into my mind, and I'm just thinking Celsius all the time. But I'm like, what better time to enjoy a Celsius than when you're about to be dancing and hanging and like screaming at a Sabrina Carpenter concert? So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go into the little snack thing, and if they have a Celsius, I will unfortunately have to indulge. So I walk into the little snack area, and it's so weird. I've never done this before, and maybe no one else is like, whoa, the future. But I was like, sorry, I'm like messing with my bangs. I was like, whoa, the future. So basically, weird. You do have to pay. You like tap your card, and you pay $1 to get into to like the food buying area. And I was like, that's weird. And like, it's like the poor, like, I don't know if it's like a security guard or just like someone is stuck, like stationed out front, just explaining to people, yes, you pay $1. If you don't spend the $1, then it will get put back into your account. No, there's no checkout. So basically, it's like you pay $1, you go in, you grab everything you want, and then you leave, and it just automatically charges you. But then there's also alcohol in there. So if you pick up alcohol, you have to like show your ID to someone. So there is kind of a checkout, but it's only for alcohol. So since I just get a Celsius, it's like not like I can just walk out, but I was like confused, simply confused that I could just wander out with it. But I do, I take my Celsius, I go, there's no prices anywhere, and I'm like, okay, how much is a Celsius? Like $4. So I put that in my little budgeting spreadsheet because I'm a little budgeting spreadsheet freak, and I can't put anything in there without immediately, like, I can't spend money without immediately tracking it, otherwise I will forget. So I put it in my spreadsheet, we keep standing, and then like 10-15 minutes later, I get like a little notification of how much money I spent. $8. That's like rounding down. I don't know how many cents it was, but it was $8 plus cents to buy a single Celsius. And I was like, this sucks. Capitalism is evil, but I'm enjoying my Celsius and I am like shaking. I'm like, this is it's the perfect energy boost, and it did carry me. So then we finally like actually get to go into the concert. I know I've been rambling for so long, but we get to go into the concert, and we're like standing there for a while, I think, and then like Declan McKenna is the opener. We had no idea who that was. No offense, Declan McKenna, we just didn't know. And he comes out and he performs, and he's definitely like a young Mick Jagger. Like you can tell he's like British and going for that vibe, and like moving around, kind of like he's trying to like get Elvis legs, Mick Jagger legs, like walking around. So we like bounce, hang out. He does sing like, oh wait, it's like that like ABBA song about becoming a mother. He like sings a cover of ABBA, and it's the one about becoming a mother, which I was like, it's a choice. It's like I would have gone like Dancing Queen or Waterloo or just like anything except for the one about becoming a mother, but he has a wonderful voice, so it all worked out. And then Declan gets off stage, and we're all like, oh my god, it's about to happen. Short and sweet is about to happen around us, and it's like, she was definitely like, I think a half hour late to get on stage, and we were going crazy in the pit. There was this one guy who kept leaving and coming back and leaving and coming back, and he would just like cut through the crowd with like 2 drinks at a time, and we were like, how many drinks have you had? Not to be that guy, but we were like, come on, and like they kept pushing through, and we were like, should we revolt next time? Like, why do they keep getting to be in the front? We were being petty because we were getting cranky, and again, my feet at this point were at like hour 3, so that's my own fault for getting cranky, but I was like ready to revolt against this guy, mostly to give myself something to do. Okay, but then I guess fate gave something to do, because like the whole pit's just like buzzing and people are turning around. It's like anytime the screen did anything, everyone was like like screaming for no reason. It was literally them just like turning on the screen, and we'd lose our minds. But then people start like turning around and pointing and being like, there, and it turns out it's Katy Perry is like somewhere up above us. So it just turns into this frenzy of like, where's Katy Perry? There, don't you see her? Gina is a genius. She has binoculars, so she whips out the binoculars. We're looking, we find Katy Perry. There's a guy in a yellow shirt or a yellow hat who's from the Kissing Booth. He's there with Miranda Cosgrove. We see James Charles above us. You could see his highlighter from where we were on the floor. That's Lindsay's joke. I think Madison Beer was spotted, but I don't really know who that is, which is my bad. Please don't yell at me. I tried to start a rumor at one point that Kesha was there, because I was telling Lindsay, I was like, what if I just started this rumor? So I just like try to say it out loud a couple times, and I'm like, oh, Kesha, I heard Kesha's there. I heard Kesha. I heard Kesha's there. I heard Kesha. And I think at one point Gina goes, wait, is Kesha here? And I was like, no, I made that up. My bad. So, but I think I only spread that rumor to Gina. Gina's like sharing her binoculars, making friends with people. It's actually very cute and adorable. It's like a game of Spotted, but from the crowd. Oh, which Jenner sister? It was Kendall. We saw Kendall Jenner, and I think she was with Hailey Bieber. So yeah, we're just playing like Celebrity Spotted, and then it finally happens. Short and Sweet starts going, and like this like concept for a concert was just like so fun, because if you like have not been paying attention to it all at all, it's like the concept is basically like a late night TV show being aired from like Sabrina's like apartment in New York. So like you like start with like these like little videos that are like, they're very like kitschy, like late night, like, you know, like when I was a kid, I'd stay up, or I wouldn't even stay up, I would like record the Futurama episodes and the what's the other one, Robot Chicken and Family Guy episodes that would play like at like 3 a.m. when like the laws are just different about what ads are. So it's a bunch of like Girls Gone Wild and like sex phone ad or sex hotline ads and stuff. So it's kind of like the vibe of one of those ads where it's like steamy but like kind of like blown out, and like it's like call 1-800-SABRINA. Yeah, it's like a flirty infomercial vibe going on. So like she comes out in this like towel wrapped around, she's like, oh my, and like then she like opens the towel, she's wearing the red outfit, and it's like short and sweet. Yeah, I think our towel said short and sweet. I think like the first one says like hi LA, but ours just said short and sweet. And like I can't tell you like a play-by-play of exactly what happened, but like the dancers are awesome. And like basically it's like mostly it's like it's also kind of like my dream apartment, because it's like this big like giant window apartment, and you have like kind of like 2 wings, and everything's like silky and lingerie and just like cool, and like basically it's like her getting ready for this party. And like a bunch of people come out to dance, and she sings all of the best songs in the world. And I think so she started out like regular, like kind of like performing like in the living room area, and like going down the stage to where we were a little bit, which was awesome. I feel like my first like it was like seeing, because I've been like other big concerts I've been to have been like Lizzo, Taylor Swift, and like at Taylor Swift it's like, whoa, Taylor Swift is right there, but like actually we were so far away from her. But it's like if I was annoying enough and like yelled something, like Sabrina could have heard it, which like definitely kind of like changed how I behaved, because like my first Taylor Swift concert I was kind of annoying, and I was like, I wrote a paper on this song, and like saying words instead of just screaming. And this one I was just like respectfully like cheering and singing along, which was probably better behavior. But so yeah, and like and my like big take, like what really like it, like my brain like almost like struggled to process how close we were to Sabrina Carpenter. Like it's just like she's right there and she's singing, and I can like hear her, and if like I think I can like hear her, and it's crazy, and like her eyes are like kind of glazing over you, but you're there, and you're just like, this is baffling. And her hair looked so perfect from the back. I would say her hair is like the beginning of Legally Blonde, when Elle Woods is like brushing her curls somehow. It's like that, and it's just like so perfectly wavy. And I know there's like a bunch of extensions in there, but it was just like astonishing to see that hair in person. So she does songs there. She did like an acoustic song on a yellow guitar, and I was like, do I need a yellow guitar? And then I was like, no, you have one guitar. I have more than one guitar technically, but this apartment lives one guitar and there will be no more. But I was like, I need that guitar. No, don't need that guitar. So she influences me. I want all of her stuff. And then I think one of my favorite sets of songs was she did Bed Chem, and I can't remember if there was another song, but they did it like in a bed. So like it's this dream bed. It's like a circle bed on the stage, and it's like silk sheets and like these beautiful pillows, and it's these like big curtains. I want a curtain bed so bad, like a canopy bed. She's like literally living all of my childhood dreams, I guess, but in a hot, sexy way. That's weird. Anyway, but like she's in this like canopy bed, and it's silky, and they're filming from like the top, and she like sings like we could like see her with our eyeballs in this bed, but like it's like she's singing Bed Chem to us, and then at one point there's a part where she's like laying down, and there's a bunch of other girls who get in the bed with her, and they like do this like laying down choreography in the bed for Bed Chem. It was so freaking cool, and it's just so well done, and just like all of it was done again in this like really like late night ad style, and it's just like bravo to the concept and the execution. Like it's so cool, and it's just like hits the vibe of the music really well, like, and her voice is so great live, and I was just like impressed the whole time. And then like the curtains close, and it's like her and a guy, and you like see the shadow of them like kissing and stuff, so it's like, ooh, scandalous. I guess that's why she's getting sued, but that lawsuit's not gonna go anywhere. I know nothing legally, but that's what I say. Anyway, so I loved the Bed Chem part, and then such a good part is there's like this one room at the upper left of the like house set you're looking at that's like blacked out, like there's like a screen over it, and then like at one point she like runs out of the party crying. I can't remember exactly like what sparks it, but she like runs out of the party crying, and she like goes into this room, and then lights go on. Turns out it's the bathroom. There's like a couple making out. It's so funny, and she's like, can you go? So they leave, and then she does like these two beautiful ballads sitting on this fake toilet with like toilet paper in her hand, like patting her eyes, and like you see like her face all huge, and it's gorgeous, and beautiful segment. It's like I feel like that's what's so perfect about Sabrina Carpenter is like it's this like mix of like beautiful content and like work, and it's like it's glamorous, but it's also down to earth, and it has this like level of funny. Like it's like she's so funny that she would be like, and I want to sing, like, because it's so relatable in a way to be like crying in the bathroom at a party, and then also like it's done in this like glamorous like hot sexy catsuit lingerie way, and then it's also just like funny and real, and I love it, and I ate it up. I ate that up. So that's wonderful. And then there's kind of like an almost act break, I guess, because they do close the full curtain, and you kind of like they close out away from the house. It's like Sabrina comes out solo in like a full like gown. It's that, if you've seen it, it's the like it's a two-piece set technically, where she's in black, and it's like a V here, and then this long skirt, and it's all like black and glitter and sequins. I live to be that sparkly. It's I love concert costumes. I think we should dress like that all the time. And so she's in her beautiful sparkly gown and sings another beautiful ballad, and then takes off the gown and gets into like cute like slumber party, like a smaller version of it. And then they go down to like the heart-shaped pit at the bottom of the stage, and that's like pretty much where we are. We're at the heart-shaped pit. She's like singing her way down stage. We're like looking right at her like, Sabrina, pay attention to us. So she comes down, and they like have this like kind of like again sleepover party vibe in the like heart-shaped pit, and that's where they do the spin the bottle like game, where they pick a random song, and the song that night was Mamma Mia. And I lost my mind because I am obsessed with Mamma Mia, and I was like, this was for me. Like every once in a while I'm at a concert and I'm like, that was for Avery, and like I just like seeing her sing that blew my mind. She was so good. It's so fun that she does like these fun covers. I love the like bit with the spin the bottle, like, and it was just like the choreography so fun. It like really feels like they were all right there, and like it's when the like thing like a big light comes down and like they just like, I don't know, it just like really feels like you are in just like this like magical like version of a sleepover, and it was so fun to watch, and I felt really special because I really love Mamma Mia, and that's like a piece of my identity that a lot of people know me as. So I was like, of course she would do Mamma Mia. So yeah, lost my mind there. And then also down at like that area is where the Juno thing happened. Like, so she does Juno. Love Juno. I think that's my favorite song on Short and Sweet is Juno. Love Juno. So she's doing Juno, and like when she does the like trying out 3 different positions. Have you ever tried this one? Have you ever tried this one? Have you ever tried this one? Her like, have you ever tried this one? She's like sitting again like 10 feet away from us. We see this like all live, and she's like kind of like crouched on her knees, and she goes, have you ever tried this one? Pulls her leg up, over, and back into a splits. Like she does a rainbow splits. Sorry, someone upstairs had their zoomies, but I think they're done. Anyway, I've been like working on my flex, but there were 2 times in that concert where I was like, this girl is so flexible, and it was obviously the like rainbow leg splits, which was so crazy. And then also there's this other part of the concert where she's basically like in camel position, and like, which is like you're on your knees, right, and then you're like leaning backwards, and like she's basically like laying down and like doing all these movements, and like it was crazy. I was like, she's so flexible. I've been doing so much yoga and I just want to be that flexible. And we're like within a month of each other in age, so it's not even like, oh, her cartilage hasn't closed yet because she's a child. It's like, no, she's just like that fit and awesome and cool, and I'm jealous, and I'm gonna be doing yoga forever until I can do the Sabrina Carpenter splits. But yeah, it just was like mind-blowing. And then she ended the concert with like, I didn't know, I was like, is this how she's going to end the concert? With the it's the last song on the album, the like don't cry because it's over, or like don't smile because it happened, cry because it's over song. And I was like listening to the album, I was like, I feel like that's such a natural close to the concert, but like it's not like a bop, and usually people like want to end on like a ba-da, but like, so they did do that as the like close, quote unquote close to the concert. But then they always do the like, oh, actually I'm gonna tell you one more thing that happens. So when she does Feather, because it's like, no, not Feather, nonsense, like the way they got out of like doing a nonsense outro every show, which is like, it was like really funny, so it was like, it made it worth it, because I was like, oh, I wonder what our nonsense outro will be. I was like, is she doing that? Because I like avoided spoilers like the plague for concerts, because I really just want to like be there and be surprised. But the way they handled that is like, basically she like starts doing nonsense and gets to like the outro and stuff, and there's like, they do like a fake technical issue as she's like going off of stage. Equipment threw a fit. My camera completely died, so we are doing a quality drop right now. So I'm just gonna wrap this up because I think I've been yapping at you for maybe over an hour, and I don't know who has made it this far, but if you did, thank you for coming. But basically, the like way they deal with nonsense is like, you hear her like kind of like be like, you're fired, to like an announcer. She's like, everyone came to the show to see their nonsense outro, like that's the whole reason they're here, blah 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 blah. And it's so funny, and like such a smart way for them to like get out of, because I like often have been like, how is Sabrina Carpenter going to survive her whole career having to come up with these new nonsense outros? So I was like, okay, she's a clever girl, and she knew that if she didn't like draw the line here, it would never end. So that had it. And then, okay, back to the end. It ends on the like cry because it's over song. And then ends because of cry because it's over. And then she of course comes out with like a steaming cup and like that says like I heart LA, and it's like, and sings espresso, and they end the night with espresso, and they're like, it's awesome because you like hear the like pew, 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 and then she comes out of the lip with her big espresso, and it's just like everyone like falls asleep at the party, and she's like, wake up, like it's been like 5 minutes, like get like, let's do espresso, like you need espresso, and then they sing it. It's so good, and they like roll credits, and it's like they roll credits, which really like again plays into like just like the theme, and like I love how well done this was. And yeah, they sing espresso. I was on the floor, so confetti cannons are exploding everywhere. I got like drenched in confetti. I think at one point I just opened my purse and just let it all fall in. It was awesome. So we get like a bunch of confetti. I think I'm gonna try to like save it and do something cool with it. And then it's like, we gotta get out of this theater. My feet dead, as I told you they were gonna be. So we like run out. They're like kicking people out. We like try to go out one way, and they're like, you can't go out that way, you have to go out the other one. So I'm like hobbling on my horrible feet in my horrible shoes, and then we do another pass at the merch booth, which I was like, I'm gonna die. But then we like start walking back to our car, and this is why I was like, we should have just ponied up for the Kia Forum car parking, because we're walking back to our car and we get stuck at the crosswalk for like literally 10 minutes. It does not change. There's a crossing guard who's just not letting our side of the road go at all. I think like 100 people pile up to cross at our crosswalk. At one point, someone runs across the road, and I almost went with them, which like it's a good thing I didn't, because I could like barely move. I was like hobbling in my horrible shoes. Gina's like, just take off the shoes, and I'm like, no, we are so close to the car. But that weight almost killed me. I was losing my mind. And then we finally got to go. We make it to the car. I take my boots off. It hurts to like be in regular shoes. And then we went to In-N-Out, which was filled with a bunch of other people who had just gotten out of the concert. And we ate our In-N-Out for dinner, which brought us back to life. This is at like 11 p.m. So I was standing in those shoes for 5 to 6 hours. And that stunk, and I will never do that again. But they are cute shoes, and I do love them. And the In-N-Out saved me that night. I think I got a shake, which also saved me. And then I drove my girls home. I got up early to go to acupuncture. And I got home to change. It was like coming back from the beach, but instead of sand, like you take off your pants and it's just like confetti everywhere. And I thought I got it all. I did not get a chance to shower before acupuncture. So I get up on the acupuncture table, and she literally like peels a piece of confetti off of me, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. And she was also like, who's on your shirt? I had to like explain the whole thing to her. But yeah, short and sweet, a fabulous show. If you are still awake, thank you for staying along for this long ramble. And if you are Sabrina Carpenter, thank you for having me, and I'd love to come by again sometime. But yeah, again, thank you so much for listening. I hope you have a good day or night or whatever else you're doing, and I'll see you next time.